Things are starting to get really bad for Donald Trump Jr. The FBI now has secret wiretaps from Spanish police of a conversation between Alexadender Torshin, who's an official of Russia's central bank, who we've discussed before because he was part of that story involving Russia funneling money through the NRA to the Trump campaign. And these wiretaps that the FBI has reportedly led to a meeting between Donald Trump Jr. and Alexadender Torshin. Oh, Lordy, there are tapes, at least some of them. And Jose Grinda, who's been investigating Spanish organized crime for a very long time, was asked about whether there's concern that Torshin had meetings with Donald Trump Jr. And Grinda said, quote, "Mr. Trump's son should be concerned." And this is now starting to get beyond anything we could call innocent coincidences. The lead Russian guy who was revealed by the McClatchy investigation, which we interviewed Viveka Novak about, as being a primary player in the funneling of Russian funds to the Trump campaign through the NRA, which of course would be against the law, met with Donald Trump Jr., and there are wiretaps related to that meeting that Torshin had with Trump Jr. So let's go through it layer by layer. Number one, the fact that the FBI has these wiretaps implies Torshin is of interest to the FBI, which means that any combination of the meeting with Trump Jr. to the funneling of money through the NRA might now be part of Robert Mueller's investigation. Number two, Spain is now involved with this and is cooperating with the FBI. That's another indication as to the size and scope of this entire thing. Number three, the idea that this entire Mueller investigation is almost over. Who believes that when Spain just entered the proceedings over the last couple of months? Very difficult to believe. And then lastly, how far have the goalposts moved, right? At some point, and it seems like ancient history at this point, the Trump campaign said no one in the campaign had any contact with Russians. It seems hilarious to even think back to that at this point. Jeff Sessions said it, and Donald Trump said it, and everybody said it. Who's even talking about that as the standard anymore? The discussion now is what of the contact was criminal, if any? Was there obstruction to try to hide that contact? We never met with Russians became there were meetings, but they weren't about anything, to there were meetings about helping our campaign, but they never actually did end up helping the campaign. And now it's becoming, hey, listen, there was all sorts of stuff going on, but none of it was actually against the law. And if it was, Hillary would have done the exact same thing anyway, or she already did. And then the last point I want to make about this is Jose Grinda, the Spanish investigator, saying that Trump Jr. should be concerned. Jose Grinda has been a major investigator in Spain of organized crime. He's not a guy that you want to mess with. He's made his career investigating organized crime and corruption in Spain. He's saying merely on the basis of what he has found that Donald Trump Jr. should be worried. The response from Trumpists, they always have one. Here it is, deep state, right? I mean, deep state. If ever there was proof that there was an international conspiracy to take down Donald Trump over nothing more than a witch hunt, it's that now even the Spanish are involved. So obviously, it's a deep state conspiracy that we need to expose here. Stunning that this is going on. And this isn't even the only story from the weekend like this. We also learned during our long weekend that days before his inauguration in January of 2017, Donald Trump's personal lawyer, well, days before Trump's inauguration, Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, met with another Russian at Trump Tower. So that's going to have to be a story for another day, maybe. But I think what's clear is that this was supposed to be over by last Thanksgiving, if you believe these people. Clearly, it's not going to be over anytime soon.